How long do you need to train if you are going to become an expert in any area of your life? Hey self-helper, today I'm going to break this down for you and tell you how long you need to train in order to become so good that you become unstoppable. Look at any of the greatest achievers out there in the world. The people who are experts and doing exceedingly well in any field of their life. How did they go about getting to what they wanted for themselves? It's important to remember that if we look at all of the personalities around us or that have lived previously, Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, Mozart, the Beatles, any area of performance, these people have spent 10,000 hours of training, a minimum of 10,000 hours on their training in different areas of expertise. Now, for most people, this may be actually playing the sport for 10,000 hours or playing that particular instrument for 10,000 hours. Whatever the area of expertise is, it demands you to have to spend 10,000 hours of regular, focused practice in that particular niche of expertise that you are trying to develop. And this is well stated in Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers. Now, I've already told you a number of times to check this book out. I'll do it again. Hit the link in the description box and go buy this book because it's a game changer with regard to how you approach your training and actually going about creating expertise and understanding what you lack and what strengths you have in order to accomplish what you want for yourself. So, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, link in the description. You need to understand that 10,000 hours. Now, a lot of people might say, hey, that doesn't seem so long. We look at any of these amazing experts, and even for you, if you are doing something for any length of time, you realize that, hey, I am getting pretty good at this. I'm pretty skilled. I have not only the knowledge base, but it's growing on a daily basis to get to what I want. And it's interesting because a lot of people have this idea in their mind that I need to spend so much time on this particular skill. I need to build up on this to get to what I want for myself. However, they don't really put in the hours. And among those particular hours, they don't put in the right kind of practice. They don't put in the right amount of effort, or they don't train long enough or acquire the right skills in order to get to what they want for themselves. So there are so many components that one has to play around with and pick and choose whatever he or she has access to. And that's when it comes to you. What is the area of your life that you're actually trying to become an expert in? Are you willing to put in the 10,000 hours that are required? Because for all of the people that we see today, it's this fact that those 10,000 hours, even if you included holidays, your days off, you included festivals, you counted rest days, all of this included, along with the very fact that we cannot engage in focused practice all the time, each and every day, discounting the bad days. You look at anyone, to achieve expertise, you need to spend 10 years on a particular skill. If you want to get really good at something, for most of us, it's 10 years of time. 10 years of time where you are dedicated, you are passionate, you are enjoying the process, enjoying the work that you are putting into what you're doing. And that pushes you to actually acquire the skill set, become so good that you are now considered an expert. 10,000 hours is what you need to strive for. But the issue here isn't the fact that you need to train for 10,000 hours. The issue here is that how are you practicing in those 10,000 hours? Because when you break it down, even if you took a month off and included a few days here and there every year, it would take you about 3.5 years time to actually going about accomplishing all that you need to. 3.5 years of time where you are training for 10 hours each and every day to accomplish whatever you want for yourself. That includes rest days and taking offs and all of these things. But it's important to consider that how many of us can actually go about doing this? We want to gain this skill so badly. We want to get really good at it. However, we don't want to put in that much effort because it seems so daunting. Oh, I don't think I can handle that. We end up getting stuck with where we are and we don't break past that barrier. I spoke about this recently in a video on how to shift your mindset and then acquire the skill set that you want for yourself. And what is the connection between those two things? Check out that video, hit the I button or check out the description box below and understand that if you want to acquire a particular skill, you need to change your mindset with regard to that. Don't look at it as 10,000 hours that I need to put in order to get into that area of expertise or reach that level that I want for myself. Look at it as 10,000 hours that I want to put into in order to feel amazing with that skill that I now have with myself. Look at different areas of your life. You may have actually completed a few thousand hours of training in that particular area. For a lot of us, we are engaging in a lot of writing. We write a lot of exams, we write our notes. How do you think we got so good at just the simple aspect of writing? We have done it for more than 10,000 hours. We have spent that much time writing all of these notes. And it usually translates. We get faster at it, we get more competent at it, we get to use new words, we get to use different other expertise that we have or knowledge bases to work with in order to get better at this skill. And here's a shocking or interesting concept when it comes to this. You need to understand that today we live in such a competitive world where 10,000 hours isn't enough. You heard it from me. 10,000 hours is not enough if you want to accomplish what you want for yourself. The competition is too stiff. A lot of us get caught up in the fact that we need to compete with a lot of other people, but in fact, for a lot of these skills or expertise, amongst the stiff competition, we also need to compete with ourselves, compete with our own mind. This mindset that I will not be able to cope up, I will not be able to put in the time, I will not be able to put in the amount of focus. It's all up to you. How much do you want to put into this? Because apparently this matters to you a lot. This is a skill that you're passionate about and you want to develop it. But to get from here to here, 10,000 hours is mandatory. But I keep going again back to this fact that 10,000 hours are not enough today. Look at all of the people. They reach that 10,000 hour mark, a professional level of expertise, and today that isn't enough. You want to stand out? You need to do things differently. Look at the world's richest people. Look at the greatest players in different sports. Look at all of the high achievers. One thing stands out. It's that fact that they have not stopped at 10,000 hours. Because a lot of us, now that I may have told you that do it for 10,000 hours and then you'll become an expert at it. Take it from me that you'll become really good. But to stand out, truly become great at what you want, spend more than 10,000 hours at your skill. Spend 20,000 hours, 30,000 hours, 40,000 hours, or even 50,000 hours. Spend an entire lifetime developing one skill that you are really passionate about. Everything that is you will surround that particular skill. Money, fame, fortune, success, it all accompanies or surrounds that one particular skill. You look at any successful person, they are dedicated each and every day, and when they aren't training, they're still thinking about that. It's an obsession. It's an obsession to train like no one ever will, to actually achieve what they want for themselves, because they are competing with themselves on the grander scale. A lot of people can't do that. Nobody can really tell if they have the expertise, but what we all have is potential and passion. And if we utilize that potential and passion and put in systematic, efficient, focused practice into what we want for ourselves, take daily action, that skill, the expertise that we want to see, it will come. The roadblocks will come, but you will conquer them. The challenges will come where you may need to move away from developing this skill. But as long as you stay with it through the hard times, this skill is going to change your life. So it's not 10,000 hours, it's not 20,000 hours. It's about how much time you want to put into it. How good do you want to be at your skill? That's how long you need to train. Answer that question down below. Tell me how long you want to train at developing a particular skill, and that will tell me how good you are at what you do. How good are you at training? How much focus do you engage in when you actually train? How much focus do you put into what you want for yourself? How badly do you want it? Are you willing to put in the hours that are required to actually go about achieving this particular target? Let me know. Comment down below. I want to hear from you. Ask me a question and have it featured in a future video. Remember that 10,000 hours is a minimum if you want to become an expert in any area of your life. But expertise is so much more than that, because 10,000 hours is not enough today. So break through that barrier. Don't allow yourself to fall into a hole and tell yourself, hey, I've done 10,000 hours. Why am I not achieving what I want for myself? It's a lifelong process, and that skill that you acquire today and keep working on throughout your life with passion and focused practice, that is going to transform every single thing that surrounds that skill. So keep that in mind. If you want to stand out, leave a legacy behind, focus on one skill and do it daily. If you found this video useful, leave it a thumbs up, and of course comment down below and tell me what aspect actually stood out for you, which one resonated the most with you. I want to know. And of course, if this is your first time here, subscribe, hit bell notifications, and this is Vikram signing off, asking you to check out all of my videos, because we are dedicated every single day of the week to having you perform better, empowered and motivated to achieve great things. Perform like a champion. This is the channel for you. This is Vikram signing off again, and I'll see you in the next session.